This video shows how to put a HinksPix Pro controller into standalone master mode in a case where we are playing sequences on an SD card. In this case, this controller has an SD card with sequences from Hinkle standalone application exported from Xlights. Now currently, you can see that it says source E131. And we have 48 universes here, 32 total outputs here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and reset it. So I'm just going to hit the reset button. And this is what would happen. It would normally boot up. You'll go through this menu. Now, if your controller is in another test mode, you can, or another mode, you can press the left button. So if it's in ArtNet or you want to reset it, you can do the reset from the left M button. So it's going to boot up. In this particular case, we have no network connections hooked up here. So it's going to take a moment for it to time out because it cannot connect to get firmware updates. So now it's going to go into E131 mode, and it's going to take the default IP address in this particular case. Alright, so we have source E131. So we're going to press the M button, the S button, and then I'm going to select operation mode. Then I'm going to press the S or select. It says currently active E131 mode change. And so we're going to say change, and we're going to hit select. And then it says currently E131 mode, make slave or master. In this case, we're going to make this the master. This has our SD card and it's going to be the synchronization master. So we're going to go ahead and click S, and that means select. And that rebooted it because it's going to change the mode. We've got our countdown going on here. And what will happen is that we'll go through the same process. So we'll look to see if it can connect to the internet or update anything. If it's not available, the internet's not available, it will go ahead and continue on. So this is connecting to firmware check, Ethernet Hinks, where it's going to get firmware from. Now these sequences, again, have been generated from the Hinks standalone application, which originated from Xlights. So we have separate videos that show how to use that application. It now says alone master, schedule active, playlist active, no wired IP. So that's okay, we don't need a network connection. Now what's happening is the controller is currently looking to see if there are any other slave controllers that it needs to control. And it doesn't find any. So after about 10 or 15 seconds, it starts into its play mode. So you can now see that it has winter_wonderland and then HS, that's the file name for this particular sequence, and we can see over here that it is now playing right here. Now, if we had audio would be coming out of this jack, or if you have FM transmitting and you have it connected here, the FM transmitter would be FM transmitting. Now, we do have some little LEDs on here that show us our status. So this status right here shows that we have data going to the CPU, and it's being processed for audio. So this is basically indicating that we're processing audio signal. This light right here, the green one, indicates that we're processing data internally for the sequence. And then this orange light means that we're processing data going externally. Now that may not seem logical because it's all within this controller, but remember the HinksPix Pro has the ability to send data not only from this controller, but to controllers outside of this controller, either in a slave mode, so if you have another HinksPix Pro, or using Ethernet to send data to another E131 controller. So you have a lot of different options there, and that just simply indicates that we're sending the data out. So if all these lights are flashing, it indicates you have an audio file and that you're outputting data. So hopefully this has helped out.